Hey guys, Miles here with you again. It is another beautiful day of weather here today, and doing my daily vlog. And big news is that Instagram just announced and released their IGTV, which is long form video, and it's mobile, not just friendly, but whatever. It's for, it only does, apparently, it doesn't do landscape, it only does portrait videos, because I tried to upload a video yesterday as I saw the announcement come through, and the feature come through on Instagram, and I tried to upload it, one of my existing videos onto it, but I couldn't figure out why. Some of them wouldn't go on, but it's because they won't even accept landscape view videos. So it's literally, so it's like the Snapchat thing, I think, isn't it? Like that Snapchat has it, so it's only one way that really gets viewed, which is this way. So I am now doing my video, or I'm going to do the video this way, to make sure, you know, it's usable on that space as well. And I may actually, because the way the phone is secured at the moment isn't very secure, it might fall over. The suspense is killing me. Is it going to happen over the next railroad crossing or a pothole? Who knows? Stay tuned. And this leads me to talk about just further talk about and think how I'm going to plan through and execute around all the different platforms and all the different types that you can use in order to get your reach and get your, oh, that was close, your message out there. And, you know, because Instagram has obviously your posts. Instagram has the stories they introduced a year and something ago. And now they have IGTV, which is the long form ones. But it's only, you know, the caveat to that is that it only goes this way in the portrait view. So there's that. And then, you know, but YouTube works better, I think, better with landscape view. And then obviously YouTube's a juggernaut and has been around for a long time. And is still, I'm sure, very relevant. And all the nuances that happen with that. Then you've got, of course, the biggest juggernaut of all, which is Facebook, because pretty much everyone is on there, especially if you're over the age of 30, is on there, and that accepts all stuff, right? So that accepts long-form video, that accepts short videos, except none of them go throwaway, except for the stories, obviously. You've got stories on Facebook as well, and you know, written content can do well on there. Then, so those are the ones operating at the moment. Of course, you've got Twitter. Of course, you've got Snapchat, as I mentioned before. Then you've got like podcasts, things like that. And it's, you know, how thin do you spread yourself versus, you know, it's the mile wide, inch deep versus the inch deep, mile wide. Inch. I just said the same thing. Inch wide, mile deep, and you go super deep onto the one thing rather than, you know, like be amazing at Facebook and whatever, if maybe you don't do anything else, rather than just kind of touch and go and doing a little bit of everything and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a whole lot of nothing really that adds up to. But I'm going to keep going on these, and I'm going to try and persevere to just, you know, continue and try stuff and see what works. And when your time is well, everyone's time is valuable, of course, but when it's quite limited, and my business right now, like actual, and when I say business, I mean my income right now is predicated in fact, nothing to do with any of these videos I'm doing. Like 90% of that work that I do outside of literally training people has nothing to do with earning income right now. And so how much do you spend on time of earning the income? How much time do you spend, like, you know, yeah, earning income, or focusing on the amount of freaking platforms you can be on? Because at the moment, like I've posted, you know, Facebook has groups. I've got Facebook groups that that I run. Four different ones that I'm running at the moment. I've got my Facebook business page. For my Miles, what I'm calling right now is the Journey in the Raw, which is just like literally this kind of videos, because I just want to call it for what it is. Like, this isn't fancy, flashy shit right now. This is literally, see I'm going there? Oh yes, made it across the railroad tracks. This is just me talking into the camera in any way that I can, and, you know, screw lighting and how my hair is going and anything else. It's just literally doing it. So I've got that Journey in the Raw, which which is just my journey to becoming an entrepreneur, not becoming an entrepreneur, but you know, doing more of this kind of stuff, the online stuff, and my journey into that space. And then I've got the page for I've got my personal page, obviously, in Facebook, and then I've also got my Be Their Dad page, which is the more primary one for you know, helping out dads with their health. So it's, you know, it's all those things mixed together, and that's just in Facebook. And I'm running Facebook ads as well, against a few different things at the moment, trialing stuff out. So it's throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks at the moment. If I'm gonna call it for what it is, throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks is the name of the game right now, especially in the, I'll call them early days. It's still, you know, relatively early days, even though I'm 2 years into this thing. But I'm only just started doing these, and I've only, you know, recently-ish, in the last 6 months, really given Facebook ads more of a push. It's still relatively, you know, early, so it's just trying a lot of stuff out. Throwing shit at the wall, see what sticks. Because part of what I do in my personality type, my default is I'm that, in the disc profiling, I'm that C type, right? So the best way I heard it explained in the quickest way possible that you can explain it is, you know, my type is, you know the term, the phrase, ready, aim, fire. Well, my way of going about ready, aim, fire is I ready, then I aim, and then maybe I fire later. Or maybe I don't, or maybe then I go back and ready again. So that's how I do it. I overplan, I overthink. It's definitely how I've either been wired or have wired myself over the years. And it can be to my detriment, but it also, you know, also makes me, I think, a deep thinker. And so because of that, that kind of indicates what I am naturally better at. And I think these kind of videos can be good once I feel comfortable in this space, because I can become deeper in my thinking in a live space or whatever, in the video space of just being recorded and just kind of saying off the cuff stuff, because I go deeper into it. Obviously you guys will be the judge about whether or not it's any good, but I tend to go deeper into that because of that. Whereas someone like my wife, who's more of a fire, you know, when ready aim for her is fire, ready, aim. So, you know, she'll just kind of get out there and do stuff, and then, or know exactly what she wants and just go, that's it right there. It's the same thing, like a while ago, we were ordering these water bottles, glass bottles to, hold our hold our water. And I probably deliberated, there was a sleeve that comes with, that you can get with the water bottle, so you know, obviously it's glass, so it doesn't break, neoprene kind of sleeve thing. And yeah, I probably looked at it for half an hour, was like, what kind of a sleeve, you know, image on there, because there was like a mushroom one, there was a snail one, there was like a tree one, there was just some generic or whatever image, a flower thing or whatever. And you know, I was like, what kind of sleeve, you know, for my water bottle defines me as a person? Do you remember that moment? If you've seen, it reminds me of, because I'm kind of stealing the quote there from frickin' Fight Club. And when Edward Norton is looking through the IKEA catalog, and he goes, what kind of I think it's a table, what kind of a table or a couch defines me as a person? I will spend forever fucking staring at that thing, trying to figure out which one is the perfect one. Literally, so I think I sent the link to my wife, or I just showed her or something, and she looked at it for 2 seconds and went, that one, that's the one I want. And that was the end of it for her. And I was like, fuck, unbelievable how fast she's, you know, I appreciate that, because that's not how I've been. And as part of that, then coming back full circle to the point, is that I look at so much shit and I'm like thinking about what option do I then go with. And while I'm doing that, by the way, all this other shit's happening. You know, I could have just filmed stuff, or I could have just, you know, written something and thrown it out there. I'm trying to be a bit more thoughtful in my approach to it, without just, I don't want to just throw anything out there. But the problem is I overthink it, and then I get to the point where it's like, I've used all my valuable time thinking about it, and then I don't actually execute, or I'll execute in the last second a very little bit. So my time of planning to execution time is, my planning is probably has been 95% of it, and my execution is like 5%. And it's the 5% it's like dipping my toe in the water and like, oh shit, that's a bit cold, or oh no, I don't know, sure if I like that, rather than just going, you know, is there water in the thing? Is it deep enough for me to jump in? Yes, jump. Or, you know, is it boiling? No, cool, it's not gonna kill me. Is it ridiculously freezing, giving me hypothermia? No, cool, jump in. Whereas I'm like, is the ambient temperature exactly perfectly what it needs to be? Maybe I could just wait 5 minutes longer, and maybe that'll be a bit warmer. Like that's been my style, my default. And so what's pushing me out of my comfort zone is doing these kinds of videos, first of all, which funnily enough I'm getting more comfortable with now. Funnily enough, you do it enough times, you get comfortable with it. How crazy is that idea? But you know, you do it enough times, but it's been an uncomfortability and kind of like, oh, wriggly, it's kind of like squirmy, like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this because I don't want to get found out, I don't want to get exposed, you know, for some flaw that I've got, which I know I've got a million of them, and everyone's got them, and I've just got to realize everyone has their shit they're dealing with. No one's perfect, and you just got to focus on the things that you're best at and just trying to minimize the stuff that you're not as good at. So that's the focus at the moment, or what's kind of going through my mind is, and it goes through my mind quite a lot, that idea is like, man, you're spending too much time just planning it. And I know when I'm doing it, and I start kind of getting uptight in myself because I'm like, I know I'm doing this, but I can't fucking move past this before, because like I want to get this right, or I want to get it as right as I can, because I just want to produce shit. I want to produce something halfway decent. I don't want to just throw out every thought I've got and just hoping it sticks or whatever. Like, I don't want to be all throwaway content. You know, if you're going to spend your time watching this video, listening to the audio, reading the written form version of this, whatever comes up, I want to make sure you're getting something out of it. Like it's actually decently, you know, enough value worth watching. So you watch it, listen to it, read it. At the end of it, you go, cool, you know, that was good. Like I'm glad I watched it rather than going, well, fuck, that was a waste of time. And so that probably goes, you know, that's probably what stopped me most of the time, is that thought process. And now I navigate the traffic to get across 2 lanes so I can turn right straight away. Whoa. No talking during that time. It's serious business time. Life or death. So that's me. And a perfect example, just to finish that thought off, it was today. I did. I've got these quotes that I do. Or quotes, you know, I've got like these principles I want to live my life by, and I've been writing them down. Every time I think about one, I write it down, right? So I've got about 10 of them. And I've had them for fucking, I don't know how long, a couple of months for sure. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta write, I'm gonna put that on Instagram because it'll look good, and I can talk about what it means to me, and that'll resonate with people, or, you know, and hopefully it resonates with people so they can understand what it means. So one of them is like progress over perfection. Another one's like action over ambition. You know, another one's determination over motivation. Those kind of ones. And then I want to talk about what they're about. I've been deliberating about that for like 2 months. And then today I'm like, okay, it's one of my hit list. It's one of my things to do. And today I was like, okay, I'm doing it. Today I'm fucking doing it. How long do you reckon it took me to actually work out the template that I wanted for, because it'll be used across the board. And all my, you know, I'll do one per day or one every other day or whatever. How long do you reckon it took me to put that thing together? I give myself 20 minutes to do it. You think that would be long enough, right? It's literally, I have the words already, I have the content, I have the words. I literally just need the background image that it's going to go against and the color, you know, for the word, for the text. And I just need to then write a short thing about it and then post it. Took me an hour and a fucking half to do that. And all the while, you know, I was okay, but then I started counting. I was like, hey, there's 5 minutes gone, there's 10 minutes gone, there's 20 minutes gone, there's half an hour gone. I'm like, shit, I'm doing the thing again. Here I go. And I kept doing it. Anyways, I'm happy with the result of it. And I got some good, not that it's all about likes and shit, but I got some good feedback that the one I put out, the content, because, you know, it's more about, at the end of the day, it's good to look cool. And Instagram, if you're going to make anything look cool, you kind of need to do that, because it's highly curated on Instagram. You know, it's pretty content. If you're gonna do that, Instagram is the place to do that. But I don't need to spend an hour and a half doing that. And I'm deliberating, I'm looking at the colors, I'm like, oh, maybe this color, maybe I should try a slightly different font with a slightly different color and do fucking 40 versions of that, and then I'll decide. And then at some point I was like, no, Alex, you're doing the thing. You're doing the thing that you do. So stop doing that. You know, which I did at some point, and obviously get it. And now I've got the template, and I'll just use that. And I'm pretty happy with the template, how it's kind of come up. It's different than I thought it was going to be, and I think the visual look of it's better, and the content piece I put in it to talk about the one I did today, which was selfish over selfless. And it's about how, you know, you need to be selfish for yourself first before you can ever be selfless and give to others. And it's just a short bit about that and working out the right hashtags to use and that kind of thing. You know, that part didn't take long. The beauty now is that I've actually got that template, and so I can use that, and I know how to, I know what it's like. And it wasn't, you know, it's just all this shit, like, it wasn't exactly centered, and I kept fucking with it, trying to get it exactly centered, and I'm like, man, you're spending so much time on this. But it's my style, that I want it to look good. I want it to be good quality content. I don't want to just throw anything out there. So that's me. Anyways, I am home now, and it is Friday, my friends. It is weekend time. Family time. We're going to see Incredibles 2 tonight with the fam. My 3-year-old boy, 7-year-old girl, my wife. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Friday, weekend time. Time to let the proverbial hair down and get into things. I hope you guys are going well, and I will talk to you very soon. Thanks for your time and energy.